Good evening and welcome to our evening of mediumship together. My name's Veronica Jenkins and I'm specifically on here for Lisa's group, Hands of the Angels. So welcome everybody. Hello Julie, hi Lois, hi Linda, Bernadette, Jenny, Mish, Julianne. Julianne, you've obviously seen me before and put a name in the comments for me. And that's how I'd like to be working today. So if you have a specific person in spirit that you'd like me to try and link with, just pop their first name in the comments there for me, okay? And I will see whether I'm able to link to that wonderful person for you in spirit, okay? So hi Kylie Ann Thomas, and I've just remembered I haven't stuck up the comments for you, and so you can see all of them coming in, and you can see that I can see your comments. So hi Stephanie. So we've got Faye, Eddie, Kieran. Let's see who else. I'll just see who I'm drawn to to give a reading. Jenny, if I could come to you, I'm being drawn to Eddie's name there. If I've got the right person for you, Jenny, would you understand Eddie carrying a bit of weight on him, please? And he's showing me a motorbike as well. And he's putting this black helmet on there as well. He's making me aware of habit of going like this, as though he's got a beard or a moustache that he's messing around with. Would this make sense to you, Jenny, please? Yes, lovely, thank you. And with him, he's making me aware of difficulties with breathing and this cough, this real deep chesty cough as well that he's got, and he's making me voice feel a bit croaky there as well. Would you understand that him having those kind of conditions prior to his passing, please? And he's making me aware of just having a lot of difficulty. Hi Lisa. A lot of difficulty there in being able to take a deep breath, that it's just really difficult for him to take a deep breath. A gentleman that I know that is still an incredible amount of grief around, because I can just sense the emotions around him and around you are just overwhelming at times, and it's like he's just wanting to give you a massive great big hug and say it's okay, all right. And he's giving me the sense that you always felt very safe in his arms, that he sort of as a little girl. Sorry, I can't pin your comment up there about it being your brother. He's making me feel as though he would be very hands-on as a brother, touchy-feely, sort of giving you a big hug, and there we are, a big hugger, and a gentleman that didn't have a lot of regrets in his life, although somebody looking at his life would think that he would regret some of the things that he did, but it's like it was his experience, it was his life, and he was going to live it the way that he wanted to. And for him to be in spirit and say he regretted any minute of it would just not be him at all. And he doesn't, because he enjoyed his experience on the earth plane. It was short, it was like a fire burning brightly and then going out, and there's a sense he knew at some level that he'd never get to his old age. He'd never get there, and he was just determined to live every second of his life, and that is very, very much what he's wanting for you, Jenny, to live every second of your life and enjoy it. Don't get caught up in well, oh, I wish it had happened differently, or if this happened then that happened, and oh, stop it. That's what you say, just stop it. Okay. That live your life as full as you possibly can, and you've got plenty of time before you see him again, but he's around you and keeping an eye on you and giving you a dig to have fun. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with your brother Eddie's love, and one of his just great big hugs. Okay, darling, thank you for working with me. So let's see who else we've got. We've got Nina here, Kay Weezy, Donna Roy. Hi, Donna. Karen Ann Williams. Karen, is that a Karen in spirit that you're asking for, or you're just giving me your name? Lois, I tend not to, doesn't mean I won't, but I tend not to give spiritual advice other than if I was coaching you, okay? Rather than messages from your spirit team and things. It's very much giving evidence of loved one survival, okay? So if you want me to try and link with you, with a spirit in the spirit world, a loved one of yours, then just give me their first name. So Kerry, your Auntie Janet, okay? My first name's Janet, so I'll go with your Auntie Janet Kerry. Okay. First thing I'm getting, if I have got your Auntie Janet here, Kerry, you would understand her being a smoker, because it's the first thing that comes through. And as with most smokers, she had a bit of difficulty with her breathing, but I feel that there was a weakness in her heart as well, again linked to the smoking. It wasn't just the lungs that were affected with the smoking, but her heart circulation. She's do you use the eyes for the glasses? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You'd understand Kerry, with headaches as well with her. Is this making sense for your Auntie Janet, please? I just want to confirm I have got the right relative for you. She smoked then stopped, but you would understand the smoking around her. Okay. And she's giving me the sense she was a very busy lady, liked to chat, and she could spend a lot of time chatting and listening. Good listener as well, she said. It wasn't just chatting, she listened as well. And she took time for people, took time to understand where they were coming from, and didn't like to make presumptions, but I think she did. And she just enjoyed that social element. She wasn't brilliant by herself, but I do get the sense that she spent a large chunk of time by herself as well, but she much preferred to have company. And I'm getting the sense that because she didn't like being by herself, she moved to a more communal living arrangement, whether that was not necessarily care home, but somewhere where there were other people around her that she could talk to and have a chat with, etc. And she's giving me the sense that you would understand that kind of loneliness sometimes for yourself, Kerry, that oh, she stayed at home. Okay. Well, is it yourself? Because she's moving me on to you and saying about you being lonely. So sorry if I put that on her. I think it was her trying to let me know what was happening around you. Would you understand a sense of loneliness, Carrie? And what she's talking about there is making sure you live somewhere where there's other people around you that you can talk to, because I know sort of living in flats and stuff like that, you can go for years without seeing your neighbours, but that's it then, Carrie. But what she's wanting is a much more communal ability to be friends with the neighbours and stuff like that, and and have a bit of a community where you live as well as work. Which, oh, as I say that, she's she's not making me feel that that's quite right. I've said that in the wrong way. Okay. Um, Going back to her, she's your Auntie Janet. Um, I feel but worked in a sort of environment. It's almost like a shop environment or something like that, where people would come and she'd just stand and chat to them. And you know, whether it's on checkouts or something like that, you know, that she'd be talking to people as they came to her, and just this lovely lady. And she's talking about a ring as well, that a bit has been passed down in the family. Okay, I feel that this might have been your grandmother's ring that went to your Auntie Janet, and it should have come across to your mum or you or something. Would you understand that ring, please? Because she's getting me to fiddle with my ring, my wedding ring there, and that's usually a sign that there was things going on around rings. Okay. And you would understand the 15th as well, the 15th of March, being a relevant date. Look around her, and I want 4 children as well. So whether she was one of 4, had 4, or there was 4 grandchildren, that you would understand that as well. She's just very much, what was that? I'm not sure. My mum does have a ring from her mother. Okay, so that's what she's obviously talking about. And she's liking the fact that you're getting online and trying to find a community online as well. But just be careful. There's a lot of weird and wonderful people out there, especially here. But she is very much encouraging you to find a community that's right for you. Whether perhaps you could go to your local spiritualist church if you're interested in spiritualism and things like that, and you can find communities all over the world with spiritualism, so that would be a good thing for you. She's talking about tarot, so I don't know whether you've started using tarot, Carrie, and there's a real sense of a psychic development going on there for you. So and she's really pleased about that. Give me a real little grin about that. Okay, so I will leave you with your Auntie Janet's love, Kerry, and thank you so much for allowing me to work with her and yourself. So hi everybody. If you're wondering why all these comments have got names in, it's because I'm aiming to link with your loved ones in spirit, and if you just give me their first name, I'll see who I'm attracted to, who I'm guided to linking with. Okay, your mum Faye. Mish. Hi Mish. Just saw Mum Faye there. Okay. Mish, would you, I think I can just see you under a hat there, but I'm getting blonde hair. Would you understand your mum having blonde hair, please? Whether it was dyed blonde rather than natural blonde, I don't know, but that was the first thing that came in to me about the lady that's come. Uh, what she's no, okay. Would you, Mish? Would you understand a grandmother with blonde hair, please? Because it might be blunt white. The reason I say grey later in life, okay. The lady that I've got here, her cheeks have gone quite sunken. So I know that she would have lost weight prior to her passing, and she does give me a sense of being quite elderly when she passed as well. And so would this be grandma rather than mum? Just because she seems so elderly and frail when she passed, you say, and that's why I'm being, going to grandmother. Although there is this incredible sense of closeness. Your grandma, you didn't know, okay. There is this incredible sense of closeness. So both sides. So would you understand, Mish, your mom, because there is this sense of closeness, being quite elderly when she passed, or very frail and giving the impression of being elderly, because that's how she's making me feel. That things are just falling apart, basically, and feeling very frail, very thin, just very little energy, not able to really hardly get up. She's so tired. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I presumed your mum would have been younger. So this will be your mum then, Mish. Okay. Especially if you would understand this frailness and this tiredness with her prior to her passing. You would understand as well this tingling in her toes and her fingers prior to her passing as well. So whatever condition she had dementia. That would explain a lot as well. With how she's presenting to me, this tingling as well, and she's coming across as having, and she passed of a heart attack, okay, of having just a lot of sadness about how she was with you, and lack of recognition of you prior to her passing, and she's so sorry about that. So sorry, okay. And she's giving you me the impression that you were kind of this bright light that in the fog kind of thing, this bright light in the fog. And you would understand the two children as well around her, so she was either one of two or had two, please. And she's taking me to the 17th of the month, and I want 17th of September, if that makes any sense to you. And looking around her, it can be birthday, wedding, passing, a funeral, those kind of dates, okay. And you would understand the arthritis. She was born on the 12th of September, 5 days. you'd understand the stiffness in her hands as well, the arthritis in her hands. And she's got two brothers, okay. You would understand the younger brother still on the earth plane, where there's a lot of concerns about. As you brought that in, I just suddenly was drawn there by her, to talk about the younger brother. And she's just bringing so much love around you, around the family, and just so much thanks as well. Just so much thanks for everything, okay? She's telling me that you've had health worries recently, and she's just nagging you, saying, look after yourself better. Okay. Oh, you've got the two children, okay. And she's laughing at that because it's like you were never very good at putting yourself first. And she's just wanting you to watch your diet and look after yourself better, okay? And you wouldn't expect anything else from your mum other than a nag like that. But she's pulling away from that period of time before she passed, and her personality's coming out, and she's just such a lovely lady with such a smile, beautiful smile, full of laughter and giggles, and trying to make people smile around her as well. She didn't like feeling down, and it was a different person at the end. And she there's areas that you like him on, but you're more like your dad in many ways, she's saying. You're much more philosophical and level-headed like your dad. She's given me the impression she was the airy-fairy one at times. And she's laughing at that and just bringing smiles and laughter in around that. You would understand one of your children being like her, okay? There's one of your children that personality-wise is very much like her. Very intelligent, but like so no common sense. She was like that as well, and she's laughing about that, okay? And she's just around watching everybody growing up, and just so grateful for the thoughts that you send up to her, and the love, and she just says, keep on loving everybody around you, keep on forgiving, keep on loving. Okay, so I am going to leave you with your mum's love there, Mish, and thank you so much for letting me work with her and yourself. Okay, and she loves you so much. She really does. There's just this wonderful sense of love as I'm pulling away there. Wonderful sense of love. Okay. Right. Hi, those who have just joined us. Linda, Owen, Olive. Okay. So, I'm being drawn to my eyes, Linda. Would you understand Olive having problems with her eyes prior to her passing, please? Sorry if you can hear my little dog. He's decided he suddenly wants to come into the room. Would you understand Olive having problems with her eyes prior to her passing, please? And you would understand her having problems with her throat as well, difficulty in swallowing. Sometimes I get that if they needed a tube down their throat at sometimes, and sometimes it's because they had a particular issue with their throat. So would you understand that around Olive, please, just to make sure that I have got Olive for you? Yes, you understand the eyes. Okay. And she's giving me the impression, did she have a cold or something? Because she's making my nose run. um, um, and yes, her throat. Um, and it's like it's sneezing as well. So it's like she had a cold, something like that, before she passed. Um, and she's making there's a sense of a fever there as well, because she's suddenly making me feel very hot and sweaty as well, and then suddenly getting very cold, so that's very feverish as well. So would you understand those symptoms around her prior to her passing, please? And with Olive as well, you would understand. Now that's interesting. She's giving me this two sides to her, where she's kind of missing. She did have a cold, yeah. She's missing what people are saying and misunderstanding what people are saying. But on the other hand, she's giving me the impression she was actually quite intelligent, quite bright. So the two things don't seem to match up. But would that make sense to you? Where she's quite an intelligent lady, but she didn't always understand, whether that was something to do with how she was at the end of her life, that there was this lack of understanding of what was happening, and what people were actually trying to explain to her or something. And yet there's this sharpness to her, there's this intelligence, and she'd get lost in doing jigsaws and crosswords and puzzles and that kind of thing. And she'd like to watch the detective. Yeah. Oh, she had dementia. Nikita, I'm not sure what energy you're blocking out, because all the energy is absolutely beautiful around me. I think you're actually not supposed to be on here. So I'm blocking you, because what you're talking about just doesn't make sense. Okay, there's absolutely brilliant energy all around here, and everybody is absolutely great on here. Okay, so sorry about those comments. Linda, I'm still with you. Okay, sorry, I'm being told. Linda, I will. You were doing jigsaws with her. There we are. I will come back to you in a second, but I'm being sort of guided to talk about scammers like that Nikita. If people are trying to tell you you've got negative energy around you, yes, you have, because it's them, that's the person that's telling you. Okay, and they're trying to get money out of you. So if anybody comes to you and says you've got negative energy around you, or you've got attachments or any of that stuff, just ignore them and just block them. Okay, because they're just trying to scam you. I've worked as a medium for coming on 40 years, and I have yet to experience any of that. So, and I just don't believe it. All right. So sorry, those that are out there that firmly believe it, but I just don't. I've worked with love and light for all that time, and I've only had love from spirit. That's all that you get. Okay, and loads of information if you're listening. And loads of love from your loved ones. Okay, right, Linda, go back to Olive. Back to Olive. Okay. yeah, and you would understand Linda as well about um, this really tight emotional bond that the two of you had. There's an understanding between you. There's a bond of friendship as well as relationship. It wasn't just a relatives bonding, it was a friendship as well, because there's commonality between you. There's understanding the way each other thinks, and just a bond of knowledge. And she's just so proud of you for being you and standing up for yourself. You would understand headaches. You've been getting headaches recently. I don't know whether it's actually attached to your teeth or your eyes, because it's going across here. Okay, but it's like she's pulling trying to pull that pain away. She's pulling that pain away, and sending it out into the earthing it for you. And obviously, if you've got any concerns about your health, do go and see a health professional, okay? But it's just with these headaches, she's trying to bring that healing in for you. And she just comes in with just so much love for you. You know she's around you. You really do. And you've seen her in the mirror. You've looked in the mirror, and it's one of those ones where you look and look and look, and her face is overlaid on your face. And she said that you've you were a bit the first time, but she says it's nothing to worry about. It's just her. It's just her, and you sensing her around you and her energy. So with that, I will leave you, and thank you so much for working with me. So, hi Lucy, hi Zoe. If people can just give me the first name of the person that they would like me to try and link with, then I will try and link with them for you. Uncle Stephen and Uncle Alex. Tanya, is that how you pronounce it, Tanya? I hope that I'm pronouncing it for you. Oh, Tanya, don't give me too many, because if they all come in at once, I'll have to separate them all. Okay, let's see who I'm going to. Oh, with you putting mini, Tanya, that I'm now, sorry, I've lost the mini comment as well. Right. Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Yeah, just go for one, Tanya. Okay. Because I've got two men and a gentleman standing. It's like, well, who does she want? Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask Minnie. Minnie's coming forward, and she's showing me with tights and a dress. That's the way she liked to dress. She'd always put her tights on, and she'd have her shoes on with a little heel. And she's showing me the dress with a little belt on. Oh, you'd understand, Minnie, actually carrying a bit of weight for a time as well. Is this making sense to you, Tanya, with Minnie, please? And she's got this massive, great big smile on her, absolutely enormous smile on her face, as though she would be a very happy, very, very happy lady. She had a hard side to her as well. She could be very firm, very firm. She didn't, um, she never liked to feel as though she'd been taken advantage of. Okay, she would want to make sure that things were as they should be, and in line. And but she was very, very forgiving with the grandchildren. You would understand that. Um, and she's giving me the impression at the end of her life there, she just went to bed, curled up and went to sleep and passed that in that way. She just passed in her sleep. And she's saying it was a very gentle passing, and she just didn't wake up in her body again. She woke up in spirit. It was like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so I hope you can understand this with Minnie. And she's she died in hospital. Okay, well, would you understand her just going to sleep in hospital and just not waking up? Because it's like she's just curled up into bed and just gone to sleep. It was just very peaceful. Marie Crew, as soon as people pass into spirit, they are fine. Okay, it's when they're in the human bodies that they're not fine, isn't it? Okay, we live lives of problems, and it's as soon as we get to spirit life, it becomes perfect. It's the earth planes. It's the difficult realm. Okay. She's bringing in fish. She's bringing in fish as though she would like to eat fish. There's there's some memories linked with fish, and fish on a kind of grill. Yeah, she died in the morning when I took my children. I meant to go and visit her. Okay. Don't worry about the fact that you didn't get to see her beforehand. I know it matters to you, obviously, but for her, she still sees you and the children and all the rest of it. So don't worry on her side. And I know she's making aware how much you've missed her since she's gone, because she gave me the impression she actually gave you a lot of support as well. There was one point when she was a big help. Okay, that's what it was. That's what it was. Okay. All right, because I can see the goldfish now. Yeah, all right. Oh, she's taken me again to her feet, and massive problems with her feet before she passed. Kay Weezy, can you just stop commenting every 2 seconds, please? I won't do it, but it's just the Facebook metrics sometimes will block people that spam like that, so I don't want you ending up being blocked. Okay. She's just knows how difficult it's been. Okay, she knows how difficult it's been, and how much you've missed her since her passing, and she's been there with the tears, and just, what was that? I put a pair of her shoes on every time I went round, and I left at the fair. Right. Okay. Tanya, she's just such a lovely, lovely lady. Lovely lady. okay? And she is with you. She's with the children. You'd understand the 27th of March, please. It's around that date you would understand a birthday, passing, wedding, funeral, that kind of thing around the 27th of March. Um, and she's just saying you're going to be fine, love. You're going to be absolutely fine. I know it doesn't feel like that at times, but you will be, okay? And she's going to be there looking out for you, okay? So I'm going to leave you with her love, and thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. And wonderful Minnie, okay? Um, Hi, Laws. Hi, Michelle. Linda, I've already read for you, my love. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Joe, Megan. Hi, oh, Barbara. Karen Ann Williams. You're asking for Barbara. Okay. Just so people are aware that have come on, I'm doing evidential mediumship readings. What that means is I aim to link with your loved ones in spirit, give you evidence that they are your loved ones that I'm linking with, and bringing their messages of love to you. Okay, so Barbara for you. And Karen, you would understand with Barbara where there is still a lot of grief around her passing. That there isn't a day goes by where she isn't being thought of. Okay, um, she's just making me very aware of how emotional things have been for the people on the earth plane. Okay, um, and she's giving me the sense that the grief process is still very much being worked through. Okay, um, and just wants to give so much love and reassurance that she is alive and well in spirit, you know, that she's never truly gone and will never truly be gone from you, because you've got an eternal tie between the two of you. When you take off the human shell, you're left with your pure spirit, and your spirit and her spirit are joined for eternity. So that there is never any risk, doubt, or concern that you'll ever be without her. Um, and just so much love, so much love. Um, she's showing me these small pink, is it roses, small pink flowers, I think the roses, just very small ones, you know, you get the miniature ones in a little pot kind of thing. She's showing me those as though they were either at a grave or brought to her room when she was poorly. But there's the you'd understand this little plant, these small pink um, type roses, um, and she's making me aware of little letters that have been written. It's kind of letters that letters of love. Okay, letters of love. Would you understand this? Um, And there's something about Christmas cards as well. When I've had that before, Christmas cards were written and they passed, but the Christmas cards then still went out. Oh, she passed 48 years ago. Okay. Just be aware that I've said about those roses as well, because she seems very drawn to them. Okay. She's given me the name Peter as well, Karen. I don't often get names. And as though Peter would be a brother or some relation like that. Okay. Right. Okay. She's sorry, I'm slowing down a bit here. It's just I'm trying to make sense of the emotions that she's giving me. That it's like you've been asking loads and loads of questions, and you're wanting somebody to give you the answers. Okay, and she's saying, no, it doesn't work like that. You've got to find out the answers, okay? Because the answers are different for different people, because your life journey is different from everybody else's. So the answers to your life journey is going to be different from the answers from another person's. The best advice that she can give you is to live life in what is meaningful for you. Okay, not in the footsteps of anybody else, or not in the advice of anybody else, but of your own direction. Okay, and I know that you worry that you're doing it wrong, which is why you'd prefer somebody else to tell you. But she's saying no. Like this human world, this human life is about making mistakes. It's your soul's playground, okay? Where we come and get this human body to make mistakes, to find out about ourselves in a different way. And if we don't make mistakes, if we don't make decisions that are meaningful and then are wrong, then how can we learn? Because that's how kids learn, isn't it? They make mistakes all the time and they learn from it and they bounce back and they just go on and do the next thing. And that's how it should be. So please take that as the advice that she's giving you, okay? Just so much love from her, Karen. I know, you've said how long ago she passed, but I just know how much that grief is still there for you, okay? And she is well aware of that, and it's time to let go of that. It really is. It's time to let go. She's absolutely fine, and get on and live. Get on and live. Okay? I will leave you with her love, Karen, and thank you so much for working with me. Okay, who else have we got here? And I know somebody had lost their son and they're finding it really difficult to cope. I can't find that comment again, but I was drawn to it. So if you can pop back up, Karen, you're more than welcome. If the person that has lost their son that is really struggling, if you could pop back up your son's name again for me, and let me know it was you that had said, because I would like to come to you if that's okay. I'm not sure it was you. Oh, Marie, that's it, Marie. It's your son, Marie. Marie, if you wouldn't mind just popping his name up for me. Although I will try and link with him with just, in fact, it's your son. Josh. Okay. If I've got your son Josh with me, you would understand some sort of impact on his face, his head here. There's something going on here. Okay. Yes, Kate, thank you. Thank you. If I've got time, Kate, I will come to you, okay? Would you understand an issue around his head here, just to make sure that I am on the right lines with you and I have made the right connection. I've got so much energy with him as well, so much energy, and I know part of the sorry, I'm just trying to manage the grief that's there, that because I work with emotions, I work with feelings, and obviously the grief that's around pours in, and myself and my guides have been working on managing that so I can work with people that he had cancer. Okay, right. That Marie, sorry, was there an issue with this, with the right hand side of his face though? I know you're saying he had cancer. I don't know whether that was a brain tumour or what kind of cancer that was, to and whether it affected his face in any way, this side of him, because this is the feeling that I've got, and I just need to know whether that's the right line, that's the right energy that I've got. Okay. He's there's just this stiffness and wanting to stretch out, and it's just difficulty in stretching and movement, and everything seems cramped up. Is this making sense, Marie, please? And there's something about drinking through a straw as well, just having drinks through a straw. And there's a tightness around his chest there as well. Marie, I know this is so difficult for you. I know this is really, really difficult for you, my love. Could have been in the end. He had breast, then he couldn't move in the end. Okay. Okay. And that's why he's stretching out and all the rest of it. Okay. And you would understand the tears as well, because he understood what was happening to him. He understood, and that, I know that was heartbreaking for him and you, and talking about brother there as well, sister. And this wishing it would just go away, him just wishing it would go away. But he really needs you to know that he is fine now, okay? As soon as he left the physical body, as soon as he took that last breath and he was released, then his spirit is pure, light, beautiful, and he's a ray of sunshine, absolute ray of sunshine. And it told him not to hold on, yeah. And he's just, he's full of tears of happiness now. There's tears of happiness that he's through, and he's got that connection, and he's, you know, he's been taken and understood, and he's just full of strength now, that from feeling so weak, but he's just so strong now, that the strength of his energy is incredible. Okay, and he's wanting to bring you that strength, that love, strength and energy. And he's going back to this ray of sunshine, that it's like, you know how some people, when they see robins or feathers, will say, oh, that's their loved ones bringing those signs in for them. For him, it's going to be sunshine through the rain, like rainbows, sunshine through the clouds. And you know, when the rays of sun pierce through the clouds, that he's going to be there in that sunshine, in that energy, bringing that love to you. Okay, and not to worry, okay, because he is absolutely fine. I know you are not, my love, and it will take a while. Do seek professional help, okay? If you're having problems being able to manage your emotions, it's fine to get professional help. It's the best thing you can do, okay? They can help you manage those emotions, okay? And your son's Josh just sends you so much love. He is around you, and watch out for those rays of sun. Right, Katie, I did promise I'd try and get to you before I went, and I've only got a few seconds here. So, Katie, Katie, would you understand your son having a bit of an attitude at times? I think that's a subtle way of putting it, okay? Because the young man I've got here had more than a bit of attitude, okay? And he was determined things were going to be done his way, in his time, and he didn't hold any truck with anybody that wanted to there we are, Marie. Katie is holding out a hand of friendship there for you. I will get in touch, because people that have been through similar, it's never the same, but similar experiences can be a massive support for each other. So, Kate, would you understand your son being like this? Just loads of attitude, loads of nah, not listening, and out the door. And he was going to make his own choices in life, and no, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's just giving you a great big hug, going like this, pulling you in, great big hug. kissing you on the top of your head. And you're all right, Mum. You're all right. Okay. And with that, just know he's around you and bringing so much love for you. Okay. Right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me here this evening. Thank you, Lisa from Hands of the Angels, for inviting me to do this evening. I hope everybody has joined Hands of the Angels group, and I will see you all soon. I'm Veronica Jenkins, and I hope you've enjoyed your evening with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.